Another beautiful day.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Hope everybody's doing well. While hunting down some videos today, I came across a clip I want to share with you guys before we get started with tonight's video. Check this out.
A toddler was suspended from a nursery after they were accused of being transphobic or homophobic. I just cannot believe this. The Department of Education data revealed the child is either 3 or 4 years old. The Department of Education spokesman said all pupils and staff should feel safe, I can't believe I'm reading this, should feel safe and protected at school and should never face violence or abuse. The Education Secretary has been clear that she expects school leaders to enforce good behaviour, and we are committed to a comprehensive programme of behaviour to support all schools. I'm lost for words, Adam.
Well, I've got to say, this school needs to be looked at, and the people making the decisions in the school need to be investigated, because a 3 or 4 year old, I've got a 5-year-old girl at home, she doesn't know anything about the world. She just about knows, you know, her name and a few things she's learned at school. This is ridiculous. I'm called transphobic because I don't want men in women's spaces. I don't believe men can become women, which is a fact. Yeah, so I get labelled transphobic for those views, and they shouldn't be in sports either. But a toddler...
Yeah,
come on, this is disgraceful. This school needs to be looked at immediately, because this is astounding.
Now this clip surfaced yesterday. Like, can you guys honestly believe that? Like, what the hell is wrong with Britain? I know I've heard some stories. I've even seen some comments stating, you know, how things are in Britain. I know Britain is, I knew they were woke, but how woke are they? I mean, think about, some people are being arrested just for putting memes online. If you dare speak out about the open borders and the immigration out there, you're being arrested. They'll send like 6, 7, 8 cops to your house over like a meme. It's absolutely ridiculous. Speaking of their cops, check this out. Now, I killed the volume of this clip, obviously, so I don't get a copyright hit there. They're playing ABBA in the background, but this is during one of their pride parades or pride events or whatnot out there in Britain. I'm not sure exactly where this is, but it's stated British police. But I mean, look at the cops. I understand it's kind of cool to, like, you know, get along with the public, but these cops are enjoying themselves just a little bit too much. Some of them got little rainbow bands around their hats. And I mean, look at that one guy who's obviously enjoying himself dancing just a little bit too much with that other guy. Like, there's what, 6, 7, 8 of them there? Are they all like huge fans of the LGBTQ community? Are they all part of it? Or just how woke has Britain turned? It used to be a respected area. Like, what the hell is going on out there? Britain, Germany, I know there's issues, Denmark, and these are the allies that the libtards in the States are worried about losing, is other extremely woke people. Crazy. I just want to share that with you guys. It kind of blew my mind a little bit. Like, that whole thing, 3 years old, 4 years old, and you're suspending a toddler over a transphobic slur? Really? A 3 or 4 year old? I don't know. Britain's got to get it together. Okay, so back to our regular scheduled programming. We're mixing and matching the men and women tonight. Let's get into it, guys.
Like, I know that right now we are organizing and resisting him, but he just said that J.D. Vance might run in 2028 and then just give him the presidency. So, like, at what point do we need to just figure out how to get out of here? And I know that's coming from a point of privilege to have the option to get out of here. But, like, how are we possibly going to stay?
Hey, fucking Christian evangelist. I have a good advice for you, fucking maggots. Tattoo your forehead with the fucking 666. Because that's what you're worshipping. You're worshipping a fucking devil. Disguised as a giant fucking pumpkin. Rotten fucking pumpkin. Exactly. Fuck off.
When did the Democrats let an immigrant take over our government? Like, literally have access to everyone's information. When did that happen?
got Elon Musk's biggest hater here to remind you that he's a raggedy-ass piece of shit, and he's trying to buy the Wisconsin State Supreme Court race by investing $17 million into Brad Schimmel, who is, like, horrible, anti-abortion, anti-human rights. So if you live in Wisconsin, or you know people who live in Wisconsin, you need to send them out April 1st to go vote for Susan Crawford, okay? Because we cannot let this man buy the state of Wisconsin like he's trying to buy the current United States, okay? I don't know what they taught him in apartheid South Africa, but you can't just take shit that's not yours.
America, following on from my last video, I just want to let you know, we see you. All your protests are coming through. It's very hard to censor media in the UK. It's all coming through. We see you. We're so proud of you. You've not resorted to violence. You're doing what needs to be done. You know the traps that are being set. It's amazing. You are leading right now, and it's amazing. And it's getting out. Europe sees it. The EU sees it. We all see it. And something you may not know, might not get reported there, after that journalist being added to that group text chat, Donald Trump is an absolute joke. You should see the media over here. They are ripping him apart. What you're doing is making a difference, and we support you in that. We know what's happening in April. Love the fact people of colour are staying at home. They know it's an excuse to use them. And I love the fact a lot of white folk in America are saying, yeah, you're right, you should stay at home, let us do this. That's amazing as well. You've got everything going for you now. Don't give up. It's being seen. We're there for you, okay? We see you. We see you.
So, you know, when the liberals are talking about, oh, there's people all around the world that are rooting for us and protesting for us, they're talking about other libtards like this. It truly just shows you that liberalism, you know, it is a worldwide mental illness that's infected many, many countries. His little comment, though, that he made about, oh, and we've seen what happened with the whole, you know, the Hegseth thing, the signal gate, as they want to call it. There's evidence that's coming out now that's showing that that was a backdoor entry. There's somebody who worked for, I think his name is Mike Waltz, that it turns out this guy's wife just so happens to be a judge that prosecuted or did the sentencing on a whole bunch of the J6ers. And the lady who runs NPR also just happens to be the chair at Signal. It's starting to look more and more like that was a setup and this reporter was let in through a back door. But I mean, if this is a support that's coming from overseas as other extremely woke-minded individuals like this guy, it's nothing really for the liberals to be too proud of. I mean, a lot of the points that he's making is actually pretty stupid, saying you should be proud of that, loving that, we see that. It's all a bunch of woke stuff that he's commending.
As a conventionally attractive white woman, I have been allowed into rooms and given a seat at tables I had no fucking business being in. So, no, I'm not gonna shut up about injustices around me when so much privilege has been given to me simply because I look the way I do. Miss me with your racism and your.
I demand for Donald Trump and J.D. Vance to be arrested for treason immediately.
The president is lying when he says that there are men impersonating women and participating in women's sports. There are no examples of men impersonating women that I am aware of.
Hey, fellow TikTokers, how are you today? So, this commenter says, "You're the manliest woman I've ever seen." Don't get up much, do you? Just saying. If I'm the manliest woman you've ever seen, you might want to come up underneath that rock you fucking live under. Because nothing here says man. But, hey, okay. Whatever.
What's up, party people? Everyone's talking about trans people in sports, but no one is talking about non-binary people in sports. No one wants to consider a hypothetical agender super athlete that could dominate both men and women's basketball and make everyone obsolete. Probably because most non-binary people who are athletic have already been recruited into rock climbing or roller derby. Speaking of which, if you play roller derby and are single, or more likely solo poly, hit me up.
All right, this is going to be one of the stupidest theories I've ever heard from a transgender individual. Stating, okay, if you guys have a problem with transgender men being in sports, it's not exactly what he said, but that's the point that he's trying to make. How come nobody's ever brought up non-binary people in sports? This way, this non-binary person can choose to play in the women's league one day and the man's league the next. Obviously, the non-binary person's obviously going to be a biological male, right? Because again, you never see any of the transgender men or, female at birth play in the male sports. It's always the other way around. So what on earth makes this individual think that we see any difference between somebody who thinks he's a trans woman to somebody who thinks that they're just non-binary? To us, it's still just transgender. And if you're not a woman at birth, you are not to be in women's sports. Right now, that's just an executive order. Or actually, sorry, no. Trump signed that into law. So his non-binary thing is not like a loophole. He's not going to become some super athlete in two different leagues. It's just, you can play with the men. Bottom line.
I must be doing something right today because a man in a sporty car just swung by, opened up his window, and asked me if I had a number he could call. Apparently, he thought I was a call girl walking around just being myself, which I thanked him for the compliment and let him know I wasn't that kind of girl, but I find that pretty hilarious, really.
We are 2 months into this fucking goddamn presidency. I have happily dyed my hair crazy colors. Cool with that. I've also been prescribed an antipsychotic. Yeah.
I cannot be the only person that feels this way. But every time I see the American flag, whether it be on somebody's car, like a sticker, or like they're wearing it on a hat or their shirt, or it's like hanging up outside of their house, like I'm just gonna assume you're racist. Because
Senior Cheeto Dumpy Pants has said he really, really, really believes he's gonna run for a third time. A third term. It is just what he believes he can do. And want to know how he's going to do it? I can't speak right now. I'm so... He's going to, put J.D. Vance to run for president. And then once J.D. Vance is president, he's going to hand it on down to Trump. Okay? And if not that way, he'll find some other fucking way to do it. I'm sure. Little fucking asshole, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I literally... Okay. Look. Just got my shirt that I want to wear on April 5th. What does it say? I forget. Racism and misogyny are injustices to us all. Okay? Yeah. I'm wearing this on April 5th. You better fucking believe it. There's no justice left for any of us.
Is working, guys. Elon Musk has just done yet another weepy Fox News interview about how mean the leftists are being to him. This after he announced last month that empathy is a weakness. It is time to lock in, like we have never locked in before, to continue to ruin this man's psyche. In that vein, as if sent from above, his daughter Vivian has just announced to the world that he actually sucks at gaming, that he is terrible at gaming. And this is something that he cares deeply about, as we have seen in the past, but also as evidenced now by the fact that he's doing damage control by leaking fake videos of him being fake good at gaming. But they're like, obviously, like AI generated levels of fake. I'm just personally blown away by how easily and seamlessly this whole smear campaign is working to make this man think about things. Not any of the things we want him to be thinking about, sure, but something. Like, if you are gonna go on national television to whine about how much it's impacting you, that people don't like what you're doing, you've already lost the cyberbullying war. And you apparently suck ass at Overwatch.
Really? Is this the point that we're at now? Who cares about what Elon Musk's video game skills are? But she's really serious about this and actually accusing him of putting out AI-generated videos of him playing video games to make himself look good at playing video games. I think the liberals are just grasping at straws at this point. this is really a very unimportant situation, like most things that they complain about. But when I first started watching her clip, it's thinking, all right, it's just, another girl who's going to be complaining about Elon Musk crying on Fox News, which I don't even have to see the clip. We already know he's not crying on Fox News. It's just Elon Musk being Elon Musk and being a little bit awkward when he's in public. But her main point of this clip is to pick on his video game skills and accuse him of being a terrible video game player and using AI-generated videos to make it look like he's a good video game player. How much more desperate can you get for a form of attention online and anything to pick at either Elon or Trump about? This is great, guys. We still have, another 44 months of this? All right, guys, that's it for this video. As usual, I got one more clip for you guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys are new, and I shall see you guys in the next video.
Donald Trump and his entire cabinet must be impeached, removed, and the vast majority of them have to go to prison for this. The situation in El Salvador is the most corrupt, insane, incompetent situation I have ever heard. Since learning about this, I have not slept. They sent an innocent man with a protection order in place. The judge back in 2019, because this guy already went through the ICE situation, put in place a protective order that said under no circumstances are we to remove this man and send him back to El Salvador because he is likely to be killed by gang members. And so what did the Trump administration do? They sent him back to El Salvador. They ignored the judge's order. They also ignored the judge's order to turn that plane around and give these men due process. I swear to fucking God, Republicans, this is your fucking nightmare that you've inflicted on the rest of us. You are going to impeach and remove and imprison Donald Trump.